What's going on, everyone? It's KB, and I love movies. Welcome back to the channel, and if this is your first time here, welcome. Tonight we have Damencion Scott joining us for a little five-take action, but we are currently waiting for his arrival. So while we're waiting, just want to check in and see who's here. Thank you, everyone who's in the chat right now, for joining us. Always a pleasure to see you. Always a pleasure to see Adrian James here. Hello to you, sir. We got Lance Jackson. Just got home watching Are We There Yet? Ice Cube, yeah. Then we're gonna watch Are We Done Yet? And then Paddington. Paddington is a great way to end off the evening, I have to say. I love Paddington 2 a little bit more, but you can't go wrong with either movie, so thanks for hanging out with us while you're doing that. The monkey is here asking what's an underrated Ice Cube film. Second favorite film that he's in, I've seen him in. Okay. So a little back and forth between Lance and the monkey. Yeah, I love Friday. I think he did a great job writing that and directing as well, and it's a classic, so can't go wrong with that. But since I mentioned the monkey, he says, to the Scott that has the most love for the same films as me that people hate, I say this calls for a celebration, but what is more fun than an offer that you can't refuse? KB's conversation. And with that, we bring Damencion Scott into the house. Hello, hello. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm just checking in with the chat while we're waiting for you to pop in here. Thanks for joining me tonight. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just a little bit of a delay. That's why I'm asking there. So yeah, let's see who else is in the chat here. So Lance Jackson and the monkey are going back and forth. Who else is joining us? We got Michael joining us. Hello. We got Holland Oates joining us. I get to be the Tomasino. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mizzy in the house. What's going on?
How's it going, Mizzy? What's
We got
up,
Brother
Dale?
Dell in the house. Mama Blu-ray. Hello, Bonnie.
Hi there, Mama Blu-ray.
I know. I think everybody was looking for me last night on Wednesday night. We've gotten into the routine on Wednesdays that first it's a conversation on my channel, and then Sue over at Movies and Sue has a Q&A, and then usually Bob has some live stream starting at 9:15. So
right after hers.
Yeah, it's like we started calling it Must See YT. So we'll bring it back next week for sure. But thank you for joining us here tonight. Who else do we have in here? I see Tony P in here. What's
up, Tony?
Everyone saying hi back and forth. We got Emmett. And hey, Emmett, that is actually one of my questions. So I will give you the credit for asking it, but I will wait a minute to ask it to Damencion and get his answer. So what we always like to do is start with a non-movie question and then get into the movie stuff, and then we'll get into the five takes. So before we answer Emmett's question, people always ask when they see you in the chat, what is the right way to say his name? So I will have you say your name the correct way in case anyone's never watched any of your YouTube videos, and then tell us where the name came from.
Sure.
So go ahead and say your name the right way for everyone.
Okay. What's going on, you guys? This is Damencion Scott. Um, I really believe my father came up with the name Dimension, and his last name is Scott as well.
Hmm. So it is a family name.
And the way I help people pronounce my name, right? Yeah, I like to think it's a family name. And the way I help people pronounce my name is like this. I come from another dimension, or think of it as that math word dimension,
I like
if
that.
that makes sense.
I like that. I think some people
So yeah,
thought you
I
were
really think my
Spanish or something. Go ahead.
okay.
No, I was saying some
Yeah.
people may have thought
For
like
those
you
of you who
were.
don't know, I have my own YouTube.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to take you out and then I'm
Oh
going
yeah,
to bring you back
Spanish.
in. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Let's see if that helps with the delay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. We still have a delay, but we'll work with it.
Okay.
We got Tim in the house,
Hey, what's going
waving
on?
hi.
Talks.
So, how long have you been on Instagram and YouTube?
I opened my Instagram a year or two ago, and I've been on this YouTube for a year. It got me to a point during the pandemic. I decided to come up with a new hobby while we were all in quarantine,
Hmm.
and I decided to do YouTube and let it be focused on what I get for myself in my collection.
Yeah. I we have more people joining us.
Yes, you do. Hello there, Mel. Glad
We got
you
Mel in
could
the
be on.
house. Yes, thank you for joining us. I saw somebody say hi to. Nope, everybody's just saying hi back and forth. Okay. Um, so I spent some time on your YouTube channel, and the reason why I came up with this background is it's a pop culture background, and you seem to be into everything pop culture related besides movies, collecting movies, going to the movies. You're also into video games. You even have food on your channel. So if you had to focus on one thing and it couldn't be physical media collecting for your YouTube channel, what would it be?
Uh, I guess I would talk about my action figures, maybe my video games, or every time I go see a movie, I will give my
Hmm.
quick review on it, quick opinion about it.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. But it's nice to have like all the various interests and everything, and just to have one place to talk about it. So if you guys have not checked out Dimensions YouTube channel, go ahead and give that a looks to. We'll have the description, we'll have the link to it in the description below, as well as his Instagram. We'll put that in there after the show. So let's go back to Emmett's question, since that was going to be one of mine. So we know, if you know anything about Damencion Scott, you know that he loves Batman. It's
Yes.
his avatar. It's all over his Instagram and his YouTube. So what made you fall in love with Batman?
It started when I was a child. When I watched Batman and Robin on VHS, my mother, my great grandmother, brought me a lot of the toys from that movie. I used to watch it from time to time, over and over again. And I used to dress up for Halloween as Batman. I played a lot of Batman video games. I played with a bunch of Batman toys. I used to talk about Batman and daycare and school, and I used to go see the Batman movies from the Burton ones to the Joel Schumacher ones, and the Nolan trilogy, and Zack Snyder's with Ben Affleck, who was my favorite Batman ever.
Nice, nice. Um, So as a follow-up to that, I know you pretty much like most of the Batman, if not all of the Batman movies, including Batman and Robin, which surprised me, but we'll talk about that a little bit more. I'm not going to make you do a ranking, but I would say if you had to name your top ones, which Batman movies would you say were your top ones, like two or three?
Uh, First off, comes to mind is Batman v Superman, Batman '89, and Batman Begins. I saw that one twice in
Ah,
theaters.
interesting. Whereas most people would go with Dark Knight, you go with Batman Begins.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have always said The Dark Knight for years, which has turned into a obvious choice. But I like to change the opinion.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. We got Cody in the house joining us, reminding everyone to roundhouse kick that like button. What's up? Yeah, there you go. Here's to those Batman action figures and Batman and Robin. He knows. He knows that you're into that. We got what's Johnny watching? What's going on, man? Yeah, we got a good group in here. Thanks everyone for popping in and joining us for sure. Um, let me take that down. So, just to continue with that, I know that even Monkey alluded to earlier. One of the things that I was pleasantly surprised to see on your channel was that you had this series that you're building where you're talking about the movies that you love that everyone else seems to hate, which, as you
Yeah.
know, is one of my five take questions. And I'm like, huh, that sounds familiar. But I like that you made it into a series. And it's a lot of movies when you go through and watch. I think you have three episodes right now, but it's a lot
Yes.
of movies that people just automatically like, oh, that I hate that. Oh, that's terrible. Blah blah blah. But I was going to bring it up when we do the five takes, but I'll just bring it up now. What is what is it that you say in those episodes about personal opinion when it comes to movies, especially movies that everybody just automatically hates? Go ahead and share that with everyone.
Well, I really just give my opinion about the movie, and I just tell everyone how I feel about the movie. While
Hmm.
I respect everyone's opinion. I do enjoy listening to people's opinion as long as we respect each other and don't force each other to come to whoever's side of opinion and let it be the end all be all without having a reason why we feel different.
Yep.
And
And
I
I think,
started this series for fun.
go ahead.
Oh yeah,
Go ahead.
I try to be as very. I'm a very positive person, and I don't really talk negative towards films at all, no matter how arguably bad they are. I would even talk positive about another movie that everybody hates, like Morbius.
Yeah. It reminds me of there's these two ladies, they're on both TikTok and Instagram called Uplifting Reviews. And what they do is, regardless of the movie, no matter how much people say it sucks or whatever, they find, well, between the two of them, they find two positive aspects of every movie. So it could be costume design, art design, could be music, like that one time that you brought up the score in a certain movie that everybody was hating on. There's always something positive to take out of a movie. And the thing that gets me is when people say, "Oh, that movie sucks." And that's where they end their opinion, their conversation. In other words, they don't give you a reason why. So my whole thing is, well, why does it suck? If you can't tell me why you think it sucks, then you really don't have an opinion. You're just following the crowd of what everybody else is saying. Because if you liked it, you would be able to tell me, oh, well, this was great, and this was great, and this was a great acting performance, or whatever the case may be. So it has to work the same on both ends. If you hate a movie, you better be able to tell me why you hate the movie. Don't you agree?
Yes.
Uh, let's see who else. Michael says Nolan trilogy is the only one he owns. Not sure which one is his favorite. We got Roger in the house saying, hey,
How's it going,
hey.
Roger?
Uh, yeah, some people still haven't seen Morbius. And I bet you, being that it's a Marvel movie, if people weren't saying, it sucks, blah, 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 more people would have seen it. I saw it on April 1st. I remember because I walked out of there and said, oh, I'm the fool for seeing this movie because I mean, for the most part, I had negative comments, but I did have positive comments. Like, I think Matt Smith can do no wrong as far as his acting, whether it's that, House of Dragons, I hear he's good in Doctor Who as well. But I think he's a great actor. So anything he's in, I want to see. But yeah, I think negative connotations definitely drives people away from seeing a lot of movies.
There was
Johnny
one
says,
movie that
go ahead.
there was another movie that was coming out in 2019 that received lots of negative reviews that I still ignored and went and saw the movie for myself, and I didn't mind it. And that was it was this here, this X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Hmm.
Because I enjoyed it. I didn't mind it. I thought it was entertaining. I liked Sophie Turner as Jean Grey. I enjoyed the score by Hans Zimmer, who is, in my opinion, the maybe one of the best composers ever working today. Because his score to me gives me chills, gives me goosebumps, and I enjoyed the action in the movie, and I enjoyed the last act of the movie. Yeah, and it's a visually good movie too, so it's entertaining. Although I guess I could have used more time. I could have used more time with these characters, but it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think, and I think even in your review of it, I think it came out too close to a big Marvel movie that it was almost too easy to ignore and too easy to give bad commentary to, and bad critique to. So I don't know. Movies like that usually, if it's going to be successful, finds like its second life on home video and streaming now and so forth. Um, let's see what they're saying in the chat. We got Mika in the house. What's up, sis?
Hello.
Dell says, I got reasons I
I
hate
know.
Morbius. Michael says he agrees. You need to say more than just good or bad. Very true. We got Tracy in the house. What's up, lady? Totally agree with you guys.
Hello.
Constructive criticism is fine, and your opinion of why something is bad matters. I always try to find something positive as well that I enjoy. We got Kenny Levels in the house. What's up, Ken?
Hey, what's up,
Thanks for
mid-level
joining
geek?
us tonight. Got a couple other people. I saw James pop in. What's going on, sir?
What's up, dude?
And see, Johnny says it here. I need to rewatch Dark Phoenix again. I remember not liking it, but I'm sure you probably don't remember why you didn't like it. I'd say I give every movie like 2 chances.
I say that once.
Yeah. Um, Ken, it's funny. The biggest problem with Dark Phoenix was Storm having to use an umbrella.
Are you sure, Ken? I thought she did a really cool thing when she used her powers to hit lightning at all those alien creatures on that train, which was awesome.
He's got jokes. He's got jokes. John Williams and Hans Zimmer. Very good.
I agree. I agree
Good
with
stuff
those.
right there.
I
Very
agree.
good
John Williams did Star
selections there.
Wars. He did Superman. He did many more.
Many more. John Williams, oh my gosh. He's in his what, 80s, 90s, been composing since the 60s. He's got some. some classics for sure, for sure.
Absolutely.
Um, let's see. Yeah, everyone just going back and forth in the chat. We got the Morbin time jokes going on.
I like that joke. I say it too myself in my videos every time I come across Morbius when I go shopping.
hmm Um, so you because you give everything a fair shot and you do Blu-ray hauls, I don't imagine you do them every week. How large is the collection now, would you say, your movie collection?
Uh, I think I have over 300 in my
hmm
collection. It's sitting right next to me.
Nice. Keep it close. And when did you truly start collecting?
I truly started collecting back in 2016. I mean, when
hmm
I was a kid, I did get DVDs and VHSs during those time periods. But for this age, when I started collecting was in 2016. And what got me into deciding to start a collection because I was looking for something, a series on DVD at a Walmart. I want to have it, so I could not walk out with nothing. So I picked out two Blu-rays that would start my collection, which was Dragon Ball Z: Battle of the Gods. Now I do like anime. I do love Dragon Ball Z. It was my first anime, and
hmm
there were and I got Transformers: Age of Extinction, which is another guilty pleasure franchise for me because those movies that got me into collecting Transformers back in the day as well.
Are you
So I
looking
used
forward
to
to
be a
the new one?
Transformers collector. Yes, Rise of the Beast. Yes, I am definitely.
Nice, nice. You said you used to be a Transformers collector?
Yes, I collected many of them from some of the cartoons and the video games and the movies as well.
Nice, nice. So, is there anything as far as like movie collecting and like, sometimes things are limited and they're hard to find. Is there anything that's out there that you would love to get your hands on, but you might have missed out on, or it's just hard to find? Any movies that you could think of?
I don't know about movies right now. I don't know.
Okay, okay. Just figured I'd ask because sometimes like these steel books these days, it's like if you don't get it in the beginning, or you either end up paying a lot on eBay, and I know you do Macari as well, or you just miss out. So I know there's a few for me, like The Wizard of Oz with Dorothy laying in the poppy field. I would have loved to pay just retail for that, but it's like so much now, I wouldn't even try to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Dell says didn't hate Dark Phoenix, but thought it should have been better. Okay, that's fair. That's
Could have
fair.
just used more time. That's fine.
Yeah. You just had it in your hand. How long is the running time on that? I was wondering.
The movie's like an hour 50 minutes.
Okay. So that's an average amount of time. So I just think the story could have been better as far as like within the time given. Johnny's White Whale, 4K Steelbook. Yes, Lawrence of Arabia. I remember that came out the same day as Bridge on the River Kwai, and I was like, oh, I could get that later on this week. And I went, and it was just Bridge on the River Kwai, and I was like, oh, I'll just get it on BestBuy.com, and nope, it was gone. It was gone. It was gone.
You
Yeah,
know,
me too.
the one steelbook I regret not buying on release was Rogue One and Star Wars steelbooks. And one time I tried to order Invisible Man steelbook, but they didn't have it,
Yeah, I remember that. I
and I was
remember
really
that.
disappointed because I wanted to get my hands on that steelbook like really bad, and I
Yeah,
still don't have it in my collection. I see some
I,
options on eBay, so perhaps maybe it's not too
yeah.
late.
Yeah, I was just about to say every once in a while I see it on Macari, so you might want to just keep looking there. Like put a search alert on it. You might get it. Mika wraps it up pretty well right there. Horror steelbooks are the ones you want to grab right away for sure.
I think she's probably right. I kind of
Take
feel
that
like I don't
bridge,
usually
get
get
Florence.
steelbooks released.
Hmm.
I think they go on sale. I bought
Yeah.
the
If
Captain Marvel steel for $9.99.
oh wow, that's a good price.
Yep, yep,
Adrian
yeah,
asks,
absolutely.
"Is there a movie you didn't like at first but enjoyed it the second time?"
Okay, I think that's an easy one. It was this. It
Oh
was the first
yes, you were
Suicide
talking
Squad movie
about that.
because I was I was hearing a lot of studio meddling, and they were going to do some changes that were changed from the original version. And I've been hearing a lot of stuff that we might actually get the original cut of the movie, which I really hope we do. But over the time I rewatched this, it's grown and grown to me because I love the cast. I like Enchantress. I like some of the action. I think, and I like the humor, and it's funny. I think it's. I would go as far as say this Suicide Squad movie is funnier, or I prefer humor over that the second one from James Gunn. And I don't think Enchantress is a bad villain. And the reason why people hated Jared Leto's Joker because he wasn't in the movie enough. He had more to do, and they cut it. They cut a lot of his scenes out.
Yeah,
A lot of people were expecting a lot of Joker from Jared Leto and didn't get that, unfortunately.
yeah,
And I can see a lot of campaigns going on right now to release David Ayer's Suicide Squad, just like they fought for Zack Snyder's Justice League.
yeah. That'd be interesting if they do that though. It would probably be like how they did with the other Justice League, where it's like first on HBO Max and then maybe a physical release after that. Yeah. See, Mel agrees. She wanted more Jared Leto in that movie. I hear you.
I
I
understand,
hear
Mel. I understand.
you. All right. Let's let's do what we came here to do. You ready for the five takes?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's do that. We're going to start with number one. Name the film that made you fall in love with the movies.
I'm trying to remember what was the first movie I saw in theaters. I like to think it was Toy Story 2. I think Toy Story 2 is still my favorite sequel in that franchise. I think I know a
Hmm.
lot. I do love Toy Story 4. I mean, I do love Toy Story 3. I don't really think Toy Story 4 was really that necessary. I thought Toy Story 3 ended perfectly. And I remember when I saw Will Smith in Wild Wild West, which is a whole. I think he is. I think that movie's funny. It was one of my some of my VHSs I used to have as a kid. Yeah, I just loved going to the movies. My mom used to take me to a nearby movie theater before they closed it down. I still pass by that old abandoned theater. I have nothing going to do with that theater at all. I just love watching movies.
I
The
hear
ones
you.
that I think grab my attention personally.
Yeah. I when I think back on Wild Wild West, I'm like, I could see kids being caught up in this movie, but like if you first experience it as like a teenager or a young adult, you're gonna be like, no, this is not working for me. So they got you at the right age as far as seeing it for the first time. Let's go on to number two. Name five of your favorite films.
Okay, got an easy one. First off, I start with Friday, starring Ice Cube and Chris Tucker. They're both hilarious, especially Chris Tucker. I love the jokes. I love the iconic lines like "You got knocked out, man." What else started from that movie? I remember hey, Smokey back here taking a dump. He's out. Well, I ain't gonna tell nobody else. La 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 la.
Fun
And
stuff.
my favorite movie is Logan. Uh,
Oh,
Hugh
good one.
Jackman's Wolverine he's much older, he's aged, and his healing factor doesn't work like it used to. And it's a dark movie, it's a Western movie, and it is a sad, emotional story with X-23, his daughter, who was also really great in that movie, and Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier. And um, another favorite would be say Avengers: Infinity War, a 10-year build up to the biggest bad guy Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say Star Wars: The Force Awakens. That was it was the newest Star Wars movie at the time after so long with the after the prequels came out. So I mean, and I
So
also
let's see.
loved that was a one.
I'm,
I said Logan. I said
mm-hmm.
I said Avengers: Infinity War and
Mm-hmm.
Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can think of two more,
You said
well,
Force Awakens.
yeah. Another favorite would be Rush Hour 2. That one is funny too with
Ah,
Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think they're all funny.
I love the comedy. I love the humor. My favorite scene in that movie was they were all fighting in that massage room.
Mm-hmm.
One more favorite. Oh yeah, The Lion King. Never get old.
Ah,
That one's.
yes.
I used to watch that countless times with my cousin when we were little. The Lion King.
Good one. Good one. We got some responses in the chat. Let's see. We got Laren on the check-in. What's up? Thanks for coming in. Mika says that Friday, such a great comedy, and it has great quotes. Very true.
Indeed, it
James
does.
wants to know, do you like Logan in black and white?
I watched Logan once in black and white. I'm not a big black and white guy. I even watched Zack
Okay.
Snyder's Justice League once in black and white. Not a big black and white guy.
Yeah. And I think they'll like your Friday reenactments. That's cool. That's cool. Anybody else? Anybody else? Got no problem with Friday. It's a classic. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's favorite question. Number 3. Name a classic movie, and this is kind of going opposite of what you do, but name a classic movie that everybody loves, but you can't stand.
I
I know you
cannot
find the
stand
positive in
Avatar.
everything. Okay, talk about it.
It was a movie I remember everyone was talking about, even in school. They say, "Oh, you got to watch Avatar." The thing is, I never was interested in watching a nice visually made movie with some really strange blue creatures, tall, skinny blue creatures. Nah, no.
Do you think you've
That one I would
seen
consider.
do you think you've seen
Yeah.
that before in other movies? Like, have you seen Dances with Wolves or Fern Gully or anything like that? Because they're pretty much all the same story.
Nope.
Well, Johnny agrees with you. He said you nailed it. Avatar is so overrated.
Thanks.
All right, this is the one that I was waiting for because, like I said, you have a series of videos on your channel about this. So, number four, name a critically hated movie that you love.
Oh, you know what? I love Mortal Kombat Annihilation
Ah,
because I love the video games. I'm a big fan of fighting games. Mortal Kombat Annihilation is so arguably poorly received because the reason why I enjoy it because I'm a fan of fighting. I enjoy the story quite enough. I know the story. It is based off the events of Mortal Kombat 3 with Shao Kahn breaking the rules, merging the realms with Earthrealm and Outworld. It has fan favorites that come in briefly, and it has some all right special effects, and it has some music, and it has some of my favorite characters. And the one big mistake that they did in that movie was kill off a fan favorite. And I will get into a spoiler alert, and that was Johnny Cage. Killed him right off at the beginning of the movie. No, 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 no. Don't do that. They shouldn't have done that.
I got to throw that up if somebody's talking spoilers. No spoilers, no spoilers, but too late. Yeah, I think that was like the shock when the movie started was for that to happen. It was like nobody was expecting that.
Like
What's going on in
this movie
culture?
has a 4% critically. What's up, man?
Thanks for joining us. Yeah, it is pretty low, but I think even you said in one of your videos that like Rotten Tomatoes is not the be all end all as
And
far
all,
as
yeah.
like, yeah, as far as like movie ratings and so forth. But so many people rely on that these days. It's terrible. Let's see. Going back and forth. Everyone saying hi to culture. 4% is too high. Oh man. You see, it's like everyone has their own opinion about things. That's a crazy part. But like you said, you gotta give everything a chance and come up with your own decision, not just based on like what
Right.
people say.
That's
All
the
right.
truth.
And then finally, number five, who would you like to see me have a conversation with on this channel?
Hmm. Could it be someone I enjoy watching on YouTube?
Sure.
I would like for you to maybe bring in a YouTube channel I was watching for the longest time, and her YouTube channel is Rayleigh's Movies.
RAE?
Yeah, she does haul videos every month. She has great videos.
Okay. I'll check her out. Do you know her personally?
We haven't. I've done some watch alongs with her. We watch House of Dragons together. We watch each
Mm-hmm.
other's YouTube channels, and we follow each other on Facebook and Instagram. We haven't seen each other in person now, but she's definitely a great person.
Cool. I will look her up
Uh,
and go from there. Couple of people
and her
joining us. Oh, go ahead.
if you want to look her up, her
Hmm.
Instagram is a little bit of Ray, something like that.
Okay. Writing it down. A little bit of Ray. Got it. We had some people join us here towards the end. We got Garrett. What's up, my dude? Please catch a
Hello.
replay for those just coming in. We got Mega Mike who wants to know if you want
Hey,
to
what's up,
jump on
Mike?
his movie game stream after this. So I guess he's having a movie game stream. So let's see. People saying hi to Garrett. Let's see. Many people might not see what the scenes are about and not how they're made. Okay. Saying hello, hello, hello. All right. So I want to thank you for hopping on here. It's a little bit different. It's not my typical night, but I'm glad you were able to join us anyway. Go ahead and tell the people where they can find you before we wrap it up.
All right. All right. What's going on, you guys? This is Damencion Scott. Thank you for having me on here. If you guys don't know, I have my own YouTube channel, Damencion Scott. You can see the name right there, where I talk about everything I'm passionate about: movies, Blu-rays, DVDs, and video games. And I also do shopping, Blu-ray hunting videos. If you're into all that type of stuff and you love physical media like me, my channel is the right place for you. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram at, as usual, Damencion Scott. Thank you for listening.
And thank you for joining us. And thank you, everyone in the chat. Thank you for stopping in tonight. Got some great movies out right now. If you haven't seen it, go see Renfield. I saw that a week ago today, so I could tell it was really good. And if you're into horror, you cannot go wrong with Evil Dead Rise. I saw that on Saturday night. I could tell you it's pretty awesome. See it in a really good theater because the sound is amazing. Great cold open, great movie. Different than the other movies. We get away from the cabin. That's all I'll say. And if you're going to stay home, there's a great movie coming on Tubi called Bury the Bride. It's written by Spider-One and Chrissy Fox. It also co-stars Scout Taylor Compton. Saw it over the weekend. Had an opportunity to meet not only the Rad Pack, but also Barbara Crampton and also Scout Taylor Compton and Spider-One and Chrissy Fox. So they were all there, and it was a really good time at Panic Fest. And the movie's pretty good. When you hear the behind the scenes, you almost can't believe how they made that movie. So yeah, definitely go see it. Let's see. I was cold during Evil Dead Rise. Yeah. Michael's seeing it tomorrow. Laren says, thank you both. See you soon. Good night, sir. Johnny's going on Saturday. Okay. So I kept getting confused if it's the 21st or the 22nd, but either way, check out Tubi, check out Bury the Bride. It's really good. Yeah, I loved it too. Definitely good. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Dell. Johnny, first time seeing Dimension and just subscribe to him. Thank you for doing that. Also, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe here as well if you haven't already. Bob, I saw you come in, Bobby Blue. Yes, please catch a replay. Yes, be careful, Garrett. Don't watch and drive. Get home safely.
Whoa.
And
Do not do that, man.
we're not worth it. And Mizzy says, can't wait to see Evil Dead Rise and Renfield this weekend. Great double feature, man. I hope you and crew enjoy it. And we're gonna sign out for now, but everyone have a great weekend. I'm gonna be back on tomorrow with another guest. I'll let you know on Instagram who that is. But until then, as I always say, go watch